If you've ever had someone click onto your website, spend some time browsing, and then just disappear, this one's for you. Exit intent pop-ups are one of the easiest ways to grab your visitors' attention right before they leave. Whether they got distracted, felt unsure, or just needed a little nudge, this tool gives you one last chance to connect, offer value, and guide them to the next step. Today, I'm walking you through how I set up an exit intent pop-up using ConvertBox with a little help from ChatGPT. But first, let's get into why I'm using ConvertBox. I really love this tool. It's a one-time purchase, goodbye subscriptions, and it allows me to do pop-ups, quizzes, embedded announcements, and more. It integrates really seamlessly with my email platform and lets me target visitors in super smart ways. And it works across my entire site and even in my ThriveCart account too. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out. In this tutorial, I'll show you how I use AI to brainstorm and write high converting pop-up copy. I'll share the 2 lead magnets I'm testing and the strategy behind each. We'll cover how to build and A/B test the whole thing inside ConvertBox. And I'll share some small details that make a big difference, like tracking and design tweaks. You don't have to be a tech wizard or a full-time copywriter to make this work. I'm sharing it all so you can create your own smart, on-brand pop-ups that actually convert. Let's jump in. I have already done a little chat with ChatGPT. I said I'd like to set up an exit intent pop-up on my shop page. I'm trying to decide what I should put there, or maybe if I should A/B test it. I'm currently running ads to my page for the Show It website templates and copywriting tools. I'm seeing people opt into my template shop waitlist that's on the page, which just says be the first to know when the next template drops. And ChatGPT comes back with some ideas for me. They gave an idea for an enhanced waitlist option, a discount offer, a free resource that leads to a sale, a quiz, or an interactive tool, which I love this idea too. I did have the idea originally that I wanted to run it to one of 2 lead magnets. So I left it fairly open-ended though, because I wanted to see what other ideas there were. And I love some of the ideas and I may use those later, like the quiz idea or the discount idea. But I went back and I said I was considering the pop-up to share the launch checklist or the marketing trail mix originally. ChatGPT knows these offers. It's got a long memory now, so it knows what those things are and what they do. And it came back with some text for those. And gave me some feedback on them. It is a little confused about exactly what my launch list is. So in the next response, I said, let's A/B test both. The launch checklist walks them through the prep of building a site and what my 3-step process is from strategy and copywriting to site design and showing up, SEO and launching. And it says, perfect. Since the website launch list leads naturally into your 3-step process, we can position that pop-up to speak directly to someone who's thinking, okay, I want a new site, but I don't know where to start. It'll build confidence and naturally set up your templates and tools as the next logical step. So it's going to give me this copy here. And honestly, I really quite like what it's come up with. So version A, launch your website with confidence. I hate the rocket ship emoji. I will take that out. Grab the free website launch checklist and follow my 3-step process from brand strategy to SEO friendly launch day. Know what to prep before buying a template, plan your content and copy with ease, learn the 3 steps to building a website that works for you. Send me the checklist. That works. And it also gave me some tips on the email funnel sequence. Version B is for my marketing trail mix. Not sure what makes your brand shine. Your business isn't boring. It's just hard to market when you don't know what makes it stand out. This fun, free exercise helps you find your marketing trail mix, discover your unique strengths and story, attract better fit clients, clarify your message before writing your website copy. Send me the trail mix guide. So it's giving me that information. Something else I want to note here is that if this comes back and it's not what you want it to be, or it's not clear enough, you can upload what your freebies are. You can upload your landing pages for those, any additional information that would help ChatGPT understand exactly what it is that you're writing copy for. Honestly, these came through pretty well because ChatGPT already, okay. And it will even give me a visual layout of the pop-up. So let's go ahead and ask for that. Okay, and it's given it to me as just a text layout, almost like code, which I don't love. I'm going to say, can you give me an image that shows what these pop-ups might look like in real life? Something to note is that ChatGPT has recently updated the image modeling version, but it's only on the app and not on the computer version of it, the desktop version. All right, and there is our mock-up of what ChatGPT suggests for these exit intent pop-ups. So let's go ahead over into ConvertBox now. On the left-hand side of my page, we're going to do a new group. I just like to keep things together so I know what they are. I have some convert boxes for my brand Basecamp page. And actually, let me go show you what those look like too while we're at it. So on the brand Basecamp page, as you scroll, we've got a pop-up that pops up when you get to a certain point or after you've been on the page for so long that offers them to ask a question. It gives a little video and then lets people ask a question here or schedule a free call. That is one of the pop-ups we've got on this page. And then the other is my exit intent. So if you come up to exit, you're going to get this pop-up that says wait before you go. Yes, show me the video and my discount. You can click there and it will give you this pop-up for email. Once someone's submitted that, they get redirected to another page that then has this open house discount. The discount expires after a certain time. So it gives people the option to get to that page, and then it has kind of like a tripwire basically that once they've watched the open house, they have X amount of time to get that discount. I send emails with it. So that's another convert box that I use. I have other ones for my quiz, my brand Enneagram quiz. And then I also have some pop-ups on my ThriveCart pages as well. So lots of ways to use ConvertBox. Those are just a couple. Let's go ahead and pop into building our new ConvertBox. So we're going to call this shop page exit intent. We're going to put it in the shop page exit intent pop-ups box. And we want a center modal. So that's the one that's going to pop up and be like in the middle of the page when someone goes to leave. You can also do embedded boxes. You can do this pop-up in the corner one like we have here. We can do one that's a full page or a sticky bar, but we're going with the center modal for this one. There are a bunch of different templates that you can use for this one. I'm going to use this workshop one. Mostly I'm just looking at the layout. So I like that there's a photo, text, and then a button, because I know that's going to go to the next page, or you can actually build from scratch, which let's go ahead and do that. So for building from scratch, we know we want 2 steps, start creating steps. We've got the first step, which is going to be the pop-up that shows up like this. And then the second step is going to be this send me the checklist after they hit that button. It's going to be where the opt-in form is. All right, so we've got our box here. I'm going to go in and click edit background and layout, and I'm going to make this 2 columns. You can put a background image. I'm not going to. We can change the color of the X icon. I am going to do that. This little trick is super handy. This is the Color Buddy plugin. All of my brand colors are here, so I can just copy and paste them into tools like this that don't save your brand colors. So now my X is yellow. Okay, and then I can go into the elements, and I'm going to put an image on the left. Select my image. This one, we're going to do the trail mix. So I'm going to use this little phone mock-up because it's a private podcast series. We're going to go close on that guy, pull in a text box here. And on the left-hand side, I'm going to copy my headline. I can change my font. I'm going to use Playfair. It's not exactly what my brand fonts are, but it's close enough. Kind of that same style. And I'm going to change the text color. And you can change the spacing, but actually I'm just going to go ahead and add another text box underneath it for my subhead. And we're going to go ahead and change the font size there. And then we'll pull in the bullets in another text box. Doesn't look like there is an option for bullets here, but we've got basically bullets with my emojis. I select all the text and change the justification to be left justified. We're going to make the font size smaller. And then we're going to add a button. I wish that I could have 2 columns here for like the middle portion and then have a top and a bottom, but I don't see that as an option. I might be missing something. But let's just get through this guy here. We're going to say get the free audio training. I like to make my button text bold, and then my button settings, it's going to be to go to the next step. And there we go. So that's page 1. And then we can go into the steps and go into the opt-in form. And here we can go elements, and we'll put HTML, and then I'll go into ConvertKit and grab the opt-in form for this freebie. I'm grabbing that HTML from Kit, and I'm going to just pop it here. And there we are. I'm going to go ahead and minimize some of the spacing there. And then I'm probably going to pop a little piece of text here that just says get free or get instant access to the free audio training. I'm going to go ahead and change my my X here. Match my brand colors, and there that is. So that's number 1, and then we're going to create an A/B test, and it's going to go ahead and just duplicate version A, and then so we're going to go into version B, and we're going to just swap everything out. So I'm going to remove this image, and I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to edit the background, and I'm going to change the size of that so it fills the space a little bit more, and go here, swap out this text. I'm going to go ahead and grab the proper opt-in form. Just swap that out. All right, so there is that one. Both are created now. Next step is to set up the display. So triggers, we're going to edit what the trigger is. We're going to go with page abandonment. So show if a visitor attempts to leave the page, and then you can change your frequency. We're going to show it to each visitor 1 time per session and no more than 3 times per total. This basically is tracking people's IP address so that if they land on this page more than 3 times, they're not going to get the pop-up every single time. They're only going to get it 3 times. And then we're going to go ahead and choose which pages. And it's going to be my shop page, and then targeting. You can target specific visitors. So there's all of these different options. So device type is mobile, device type is desktop, number of sessions, number of page views, has not visited page, has visited with a URL parameter. So like if you wanted them to only be people that came to this page from an ad, you could add that. Referring source, same thing. Location, there has not seen, the ConvertBox has seen. All of these different options are here. You can also do ConvertKit tags. So like if I have somebody that's landing on a page that is on my email list and I don't want them to see a certain thing over again, I can set that up with tags there. So that is an option as well. I'm not going to put any conditional rules on this one. Then we're going to go into launch. It's got a name. We're going to go ahead and make it active, and we're going to finish it. In my settings, in my installation, I have this JavaScript that is added to my site. So it did recently do an update where you can put code in the head of all of your pages at one time. We're going to go ahead and update that. If I wanted to just do it directly on the shop page, I could go into that page here on the left-hand side, my advanced settings on the right, and then add it to the custom head here. I have other custom head here for things like Hotjar, my Facebook pixel, my Google tags, things like that. We can also just go into site settings, integrations, add custom code, add code to HTML head, and I can paste that. So now every time that I create something in ConvertBox, it will automatically go into the pages. I won't have to add that code to each individual page. It's already there. I'm going to go ahead and label this though, so that I know what this code is. And there we go. So now if we go to our shop page, I'm gonna make sure I hit publish on my site to make sure that that code is updated. Okay, so we're on the shop page. We're scrolling it. This is the form that people are filling out from the ad. So I am thinking that this exit intent pop-up will help get people further down the process with me. There we go. So not sure what makes your brand shine. You can click here to grab that and type in our info and it will send it over to you. So that is how that is working. If I wanted to, I could do some like differentiation between the forms so that I know that when people are getting that opt-in from the shop page that they're getting a certain email sequence. But we can also just keep it simple. So lots of options there, and it is pretty easy and quick to set up that opt-in. One thing I want to note before we quit here is that I am using the embedded form from ConvertKit. It's not going to show the leads that come through as analytics. It's going to show how many people interacted with it, meaning they clicked from the first page to the second page, but it's not going to show how many people actually opted in. If I wanted to be sure that I was getting the actual leads to show there, you would have to do something like this one, where this form is set up with ConvertBox instead of ConvertKit. It's using that form element. You put the fields here, and then you put the actions in and the integrations. So basically, it's adding people to a sequence and tagging them when they fill out this form, so I can track that this came from the ConvertBox side. One thing I don't love about that is then like on the Kit back end, I am getting analytics that look kind of funny too. So it's kind of tricky to set up so that you've got the analytics clear. You just have to know what you're getting from each platform. All right, there you have it. A full walkthrough of how I use ConvertBox and ChatGPT together to create an exit intent pop-up that actually works. Hopefully this gave you a behind the scenes look at just how simple it can be to set up and how much power you really have to guide people where you want them to go. If you want to grab ConvertBox for yourself, check out the link in the description. And if you want help getting your website to do more heavy lifting for your business, this is just a small piece of what I teach inside Brand Basecamp. As always, if you liked this video, hit like, subscribe, or drop a comment with what you're testing on your own site. I'm cheering you on.